Hey, my friends, really glad that you're here. I want to talk about how our client Adam was able to drop his A1C by 6 points, stabilized his blood sugar, including his lows, and stayed within a 90% time and range. And he did this even while on vacation with his kids. And so, our client Adam, he was an endocrinologist dream. He was a model patient with type 1 diabetes. But to get those results, he had to be constantly checking his blood sugar and treating it with insulin and glucose, which was obviously very exhausting and time consuming. And he still dealt with the frequent swings with the spikes and the crashing lows that required corrections. And so, if you're new here and we haven't quite connected yet, my name is Isaac Pullman. I am a registered dietitian and a fellow person with type 1 diabetes. And so, what we do is we help our clients improve their blood sugar for good. And the way that we do that is we help them dig down deep into what is going on inside of their body. We are not a one size fits all cookie cutter program. We are not telling you to cut out carbs or fast or anything like that. In fact, we're going to help you find your sweet spots for things like carbs and uncover the unique reasons behind your blood sugar imbalances so that you can get unstuck and see improvements fast. Many times that gets lost when you really fix it in on blood sugar. And then number two, we're going to help you revive your metabolism, which is really the secret behind balanced blood sugar, but also feeling great in the process because it's a root cause to helping you process carbs more effectively without obsessing over every bite of food. And naturally, what comes along with that is less confusion, less overwhelm, less of that stuck feeling because you know what works best for your body without having to sacrifice your health or your sanity to do so. And then number three, helping you achieve carb freedom by addressing things like mineral imbalances, which are really at the root of why someone has blood sugar issues to begin with. And these are so often overlooked. And when we can address these once and really do it the right way, you could see steady blood sugar without having to constantly worry about where it's at, what you're eating, how things are impacting it, and really having more of that peace of mind around your health and blood sugar. And so, if you want to balance out your blood sugar and really restore your health for good, message me the word interest. And then from there, we can set up a one on one conversation to see if we're the best team to help you with your blood sugar and your health goals. Now, back to Adam. He had a 65% time in range, which means 65% of the time his blood sugar was in range, which isn't bad because he had A1C under 7, which is where most doctors want it to be, and was already doing, a lot of the right things. He was eating healthy, he was dosing his insulin as prescribed, he was monitoring his blood sugar very frequently, and he was staying active regularly. So he's doing a lot of the right things. But to get these results, he was constantly having to check his blood sugar, correct his blood sugar with insulin or glucose or juice, and was still getting the blood sugar swings, right? The spikes and the lows. And obviously, that's very exhausting, constantly having to correct and check your blood sugar. And with endocrinologists, they are essential to type 1 diabetes in giving you the insulin prescriptions and the rates, etc. But so often we look at those visits as being the only means of managing your blood sugar. And how Adam viewed it is, hey, this is as good as it's going to get, right? Well, for him, we looked at three other levers outside of what he was doing with his endocrinologist to see blood sugar stability that he was looking for. Number one is looking at biofeedback. And this works so well because we find many clients are so fixated on their blood sugar, and understandably so because that's what we're judged upon, right? The A1C, the blood sugar. But I find oftentimes when we're too focused on it, it tends to stress you out, burn you out. You feel more exhausted, and it tends to actually worsen blood sugar control over time because you're less focused on what improves your health as a whole, which is actually the key to feeling great while keeping your blood sugar balanced. And so for Adam, this included finding his sweet spots for things like carbs and insulin, which really helped us to get that steadiness that he was looking for without having to constantly check and manage his blood sugar. And then number two, we focused in on lowering his cell danger response. And the cell danger response is really this amped up process where our body is more insulin resistant, our liver is releasing more glucose in the bloodstream, our body is less likely to take up glucose from the bloodstream. And this is what causes that blood sugar roller coastering that he was getting for most of the day. And this is especially true when there's big stressors in your life, whether that be a job, kids, travel. And this was especially true for Adam because he would always have issues if he was traveling, playing with his kids, stressed out, because he was so focused on managing his diabetes versus reversing his blood sugar trends, which start with lowering this cell danger response. And we focused in on implementing the Pullman method to be able to lower that cell danger response. And then number 3, we focused in on balancing out his minerals because we found he had iron issues, high stored iron, low vitamin A and copper, which was really contributing to his high inflammation and driving that blood sugar up high. We were also finding he had a high adrenal ratio, and that's a sign of high active internal stress, which we call the cell danger response, and he just really wasn't coping with that well. And the thing is, when you have a high cell danger response, plus you're using a lot of insulin, it wastes through a lot of potassium. And potassium is crucial to being able to have high insulin sensitivity, tolerate carbs, but also for hormones to work well. And hormones like thyroid hormone affect every single cell in the body, so lots of different areas. And so as a result of working on those 3 areas, Adam is now 6 points down with his A1C. He increased his time in range from 65% to 90%, even while on vacation with his kids. He cut his lows in half. He is enjoying more carbs without having the spikes. He's more confident in how to dose his insulin correctly. He is spending less time with managing his blood sugar. And he has more tools beyond just carb cutting and extra insulin. And so if you are doing everything right but still struggling with your blood sugar stability, message me the word interest, and then from there we can have a one-on-one conversation to see if we can help you with your blood sugar and your health goals.